Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
Variety of the Varus, which we have not seen, I think, at all in the LCK thus far. I'm pretty sure it's been only the lethality variety with either Comet or Hail of Blades. This is what I'm talking about, Valdez. I'm seeing TPs towards the bot lane. We have Shield making his way over. We are not handshaking. Wait, maybe you are handshaking objectives.
We're handshaking objectives. We're not fighting. And they're giving the Ocean.
If you are getting objectives, you're most likely doing well. Is Shield just going in?
Yeah, and Bessa really doesn't care about Rumble ults. He just kind of dashes away. It doesn't really amount to a lot, but they trade ults and Shield gets ahead. So, you know, in terms of clear going down or anything like that, they're not going to get a kill, but it's still a nice trade that goes.
A trademark for both of them. Herald is spawning in about a minute and a half, so don't expect there to be too much action, but there might be a good amount of setup as, again, Lucid walks over a reward. I'd be looking for a collapse here.
Oh yeah, they're going big time, but he pulls him out of the solar flare. Might not matter, but he is able to get away from the Ziggs. Raptor totally fine, the handshake getting him in. The equalizer is terrible, but they might still be able to get something going on the Lucid. Skarner! He's so incredibly tanky. Showmaker getting the kill in the backline as well, make it a double, and Showmaker finds the right angle. They saw the two people backing in top. I thought they could have pressured this turret, but they don't see anyone else, and maybe don't want to take 3v3. They want to get their third objective here, and if they pick up the Rift Herald and they get the turret with it, they can sneak away the feats of strength right under the noses of BNK, but BNK do not want to let that one happen. They are trying to fight for this one. Showmaker, the handshake goes on a Lucid, that's a Skarner! You don't want him closer to your team! And he's just gonna go down. Vikla, no hope for him! And down will go the Rift Herald in favor of DK Barrel. He sacrifices himself, he wants to continue the fight, and that he will. 3 kills go over to DK. They want more. Kellen will go down as well. Will they pick up the ace is the only question left. Clear, he survives under the turret, but man, a huge swing in favor of DK comes through.
They even get the Herald, Valdez, as you point out. Showmaker somehow ends up getting that one.
Beats.
Speeds now.
For a good reason. And now he's playing Renata. Renata in this comp, which you mentioned during the draft, is kind of like the outlier. Everybody else wants to go in. She's like, okay, I'll wait for the enemy team to go in. And Kellen's trying to do his best, but like a handshake on a Skarner is literally like it's a negative play. It just doesn't do anything. As here comes the Rift Heralds. Clear. There's 5 people, 4 people here. Yeah, he is just Omega dead. No way for him to get out. And at least Vikla trades a turret, but we might get another charge here. Seems unlikely with how low the Rift Herald is, and they will just back away.
And Kellen actually has historically been one of our best Renatas. It's a champion that in the past we would actually criticize him for taking a control, walk through mid. Well, they really easily get prio with the Ziggs as well. As BNK, this is, I think, the final opportunity you're going to get. You need to get on top of aiming or Showmaker if you want to win this fight. TPing in off to the side, but can they actually get backline access? I don't know, Valdez. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty rough. You see that Vikla's already marked. Like, they see him clearing waves in mid. And so Beryl and Showmaker just say, okay, we'll target the Yone. Vikla actually doing a good job going straight up the mid lane, but you can see that BNK really struggling to get near this. The equalizer hits the Dragon, as now they land the solar flare to Kellen. He is just popped like a balloon, and down will go Diablo as well. This is just a disaster for BNK, and DK is not a team to back down from disaster. They are going in. They want to take them all down. Raptor will be the last one left, and down he goes. It is a clean ace. A huge stomp
immediately. And without that Renata, there is no safety for the rest of the team whatsoever. Disjointed from BNK and clean from DK. And this game, Valdez, it might be a little bit of time before the Nexus falls, but that Voracious Otacon is gone soon, and I think these structures are going to keep crumbling for BNK.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 on the overscale, we could say at this point. As B and K, Kellen going to be caught again. The Celestial opposition is just a joke at this point. Bigla, he is going to hop back, and here comes Skarner. And Lucid is just running into 4 of them. He's tanking the equalizer like he doesn't care about anything. Certainly not the Rumble. Vikla desperate to do anything. The flat's on in for the return on the orb. Showmaker really showcasing his Ahri prowess. It's kind of insane. The lineup so close from Xiwu.
They're still going!
And they're still going, because why not? You know, they don't even have the Otacon buff. They don't need the Otacon buff. And they're just going to take them all down. Xiwu, he survives as well. The fans are absolutely just loving it. As every time they get a kill, Lal Park does...
You're sitting on a 25 sticks Magi Atlas, or Valdez. He is popping off.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from. As we take another look here, BNK just desperately trying to get anything going, but it is not meant to be. Diabo, as we kind of suspected, does not get to auto anyone at any point. The on-hit unfortunately not working out. Really nice done by Showmaker to get
really just able to do whatever you want. They're just going to go in and look for kills instead. They're like, you know what? We had a very late first blood. Let's just stack up the kills. And yeah, the equalizer's just kind of...
There's no damage!
Just kind of pathetic at this point. I mean, at least he kind of hit them a little bit. Like, it just really doesn't inspire much joy, that response, you know, after DK overextend. They're like, we gotta do something, we gotta force a fight, and it's just like the most flimsy equalizer, and they just walk away.
How much AP does Showmaker have?
Yes.
640, Valdez.
Yeah, he's playing Veigar.
At 26 minutes!
Ahri skin. Oh, that satchel, pretty nice. Gonna force the flash here to clear with the follow-up. And yeah, I mean, the Raptor can't get away. He doesn't have flash, so he has to go in. At this point, you know, it's just desperation. Like, they can't do anything. He can't vault away. Clear's gonna die. This is just absolutely Omega stop. And they still don't have the Otacon, and they just don't care at all. They're looking to push down mid, I guess. Maybe they'll just end the game.
Might as well. Don't need the buff. Don't need Baron. Showmakers.
Look at him.
You're still playing the game. You're not dead. Don't take your hands off the keyboard.
He's just angry that they're not respawning fast enough so he can get more kills. That sounds like Showmaker.
That was a pen opportunity if I've ever seen one. Can't believe they didn't give it to him.
And guys, the game is just over. 27 minutes. The kill score 22-3. And they're not done. They're looking for a bit more. They'd love to get this kill on a Raptor. The equalizer again, just pathetic. Down will go the Nexus. 23-3. The final kill score.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
2020 was a weird year because their spring was like he, you know, forgot to turn off the gas at home, so he's going back into the jungle.
That's not my challenger, Junker. What do you mean you don't die?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, this time Clear's going to hit it. And the trading a lot more even. Xiwu actually low on mana, but he has TP. Clear does not. Getting the back soon, though. Could be an opportunity at some point, maybe to fight over the next scrubs.
We have the first objective being taken. Yeah, the
Ezreal Pantheon. It's a poke lane. you don't get to play into it, yeah. Now this time might be the option for Clear, but the speed up is very good. He is going to ult on in. The damage might be enough, but the second Q is going to miss, and Xiwu just walks it off. That extra speed burst for him is enough to get away from the Cassante, although now he's sticking around, and the flash comes in, and Xiwu gets solo killed by Clear. Clear said,
way too overeager. The moment that you're that low, just respect. Doesn't do it. Nicely done by Clear. That is also going to put them now quite close towards getting those sandals here early on. Taking away the possibility of DK securing that first blood. Big win for BNK. They're still getting pummeled in the other lane.
oh boy. Aiming's tanking, 2 turns, and Barrel's ulting under the turret.
Yes,
and it looks very cool. Yeah, oh, they're getting very low. The flash on him, pretty good. We got a teleport coming in as well. Barrel trying to desperately get a kill. He will get the one, but he will be traded back, and that is a kill given over to a Zeri. They get the TP.
Confidence to stay up here, but then the dash forward from Claire, and then right there, Shiu not flashing is what ends up being his demise. And then here, yeah, so when Pantheon ults, in his animation when he comes down, he actually throws a spear as Kellen.
Yeah, just behind the turret. Shiu has flash. It was saving him for this play, but there's so many ults being thrown at the one Jace. And Shiu, we sang his praises, but now he's getting bullied. The new guy on the block.
The big difference maker last time around. Lucid also hasn't had an impact yet on this Sejuani. They're expecting him to do so in these fights as Showmaker gonna go back and then I imagine look to TP towards Dragon if it is contested, but so far nothing really coming from it.
Yeah, Vickless top without TP, so BNK just say, well, let's play for top and let's play for mid. Let's you know, we've got our top laner down.
I don't know.
Maybe Ox knows. We're not knowers on this one. Shiu, he's very much getting bullied. Like, he's playing weak side Jace, which feels kind of sad. But
for blue buff, that's not worth, by the way. The Pantheon ult cooldown, especially at level 1, Barrel's level 7, so he's not going to get access to level 2 for quite a while, is not great.
It's feats. Given over to BNK as well. They get the turret. They have... Oh,
Kellen taking some poke here.
yeah. It's actually kind of awkward for Alistairs if you want to try to go in. Even if you do have ults, if you get low first, the timing has to be so crisp. He's half health, but now the flame coming in. The knockup comes in from Kellen. Showmaker so low. They do take down the Wukong, but can they get anything else? Yu is going to zone the rest of the team, and Clear is playing Cassante. He does not die this time around. And you see Diablo trying to skate his way to a couple more kills. Isn't going to be successful, though. And the poke here from the side of DK might be able to follow up with some damage. So kind of an even state, both teams getting a kill. Showmaker and Raptors, the two to go down.
And in the previous game, we were criticizing BNK for not being, they, as you can very clearly see, lack the damage immediately afterwards. Without that Victor, they don't really chew through the Cassante fast enough. And Diablo was completely untouched throughout all of that. As Barrel is... I guess not that, but close to, as they don't want to give up this Herald.
Yeah, he's just baiting them into a false sense of security. Right? The Herald is going to be given over to BNK anyway. So, yeah. DK not really in position, it looks like, to really contest that objective. So now BNK, they've got a gold lead. They have the feats of strength. And they have the Rift Herald.
I was thinking DK have been looking too clean. So I'm glad that we're getting a little bit of chaos here.
Yeah.
As that contest, you could have also just, like, you could have taken mid and bot lane turret, I'm pretty sure. With the time frame where they tried to take the Herald, walked up, saw 5 people and went, no, boy, cannot fight that actually. We gotta peace out.
Yeah.
Because the outers are still standing, particularly the mid outer. With Ezreal, you have so much turret damage if you just get a little bit of time with that objective.
Well, we have a bit of poke coming in on the Kellen. He does have his ult, though. TP forced, and he is looking for Showmaker. Showmaker doesn't have flash. This is what I was talking about. The Victor really going to struggle in this 1v1. He does a bit of damage, but he's dead, so it just doesn't matter. Keep in mind that this is just kind of posturing for an Ocean Drake at this point, looking for Lucid. It's clear, but he has Sejuani. Lots of damage now coming out from the side. Oh, the knockup from Kellen is perfect timing. Keeps his backline safe. Barrel is super low. Down will go the bot lane of DK. And BNK are beginning to run away with this one.
They already can't get through them. Imagine if they start stacking these Ocean Drakes, Valdez. As DK... Again, this time it's Vikla that sets up the big play. They just keep going after Showmaker. Look at the itemization from Claire here. If there is no Victor on the enemy team, he is not dying. That's now Iceborne Gauntlet and the 4-0 done. So BNK, very confident seeing this Victor that doesn't have his flash available to start fights. And they have pretty decent tools, but with how big the Wukong and the Cassante are, you can't really go in on either of them. The rest of the team has a lot of ability to dash out. You have Diablo with Cleanse as well. Trying to engage in this comp really does feel very, very tough. Damage so far has been lacking. Maybe when Showmaker finishes his Leandris, it'll be better as...
Well, I guess Raptor's just dead. Very weird. Not sure exactly how that got started, but he was kind of hiding on bush, and DK had an inkling about where he might be.
Sure did.
And now, I mean, DK up a man. She was kind of trying to bait them into something here. It might actually work. Kellen goes into his ult, but a lot of damage coming out. Beryl has the shield up. Kellen gonna go down through the ult, doesn't matter. And now Clear, we will see if he is mortal. I think in this case, the answer is yes. He dives to a smite.
Diablo!
Go over to Diablo. He's going in, but he gets stunned. There is a nice ult from Vikla to keep him safe. As DK, they really love to play with their food, and they are doing it here so far. Shield gonna waste the flash. Diablo says, thank you very much. I'll take an extra
special. To make fun of our hubris, to talk about a player who had a good last game.
Maybe it's because Chronicler is the best at caster cursing.
Okay, we've talked
out of the whole talent team
about
here.
This a lot. Caster curses aren't real, Valdez. I believe that it's just confirmation bias. That's just something our brains do.
You talk to Twitch chat about it. I'm not
You're not
the expert.
Convinced?
Yeah. It's okay. Like, I might be on the fence, but I know who's not.
This poke is not doing a lot with Valdez. I'm just gonna... Oh, they were on Voracious Otacon. DK, Showmaker this time. He's
the angle
safely.
The angle. Oh, that knockup that comes in from Lucid is beautiful. And just like that, your Wukong's dead. The angle was so good, but I guess he just showed for a millisecond before he actually got his ult off. And down he goes.
Yeah, that's a really big... He also used Flash.
Range, and then, you know, Diablo maybe he made a mistake, or he's able to live through it. So really, the carry is up to him. This is on Vision. They're just going to try to burst it. And the timing... Okay, the TP comes out, they're just going to back away.
Yeah, that's all they wanted.
Yep.
Because Raptor specifically being on the bot side of the map, he's still on his way. They spotted him on mid-wave. I'm pretty sure he's walking over wards, but they don't have the time to get through this, so I think they're going to have to let it go.
Yeah. Lucio was tanking it up a little bit, you know, maybe keeping it at least, see what they can do, but not going to overstay. Beryl.
Oh, that could have gone very poorly for DK. And now, BFX have set up.
Oh, they're trying to take down Clear before he can get out, but that's not quite enough damage, and they threw everything into a Cassante.
A lot of poke damage, though. Meanwhile, Otacon is still throwing very angry orbs at everyone.
They are very angry because they're like a deep red.
Well, Otacon's,
you know,
Otacon's is hangry, right? Like he hasn't seen enough for I think it's salvageable.
Yeah, it's just not the 0-2 magic you were mentioning, right? Wow. So here comes BNK. They say, okay, we're voracious now for a voracious Otacon. TP will be forced. And will the fight actually come in? Beryl going for the stun on Declare once again, takes a bit of damage. And the poke, it's only hitting Cassante. And that
doesn't care.
That's not really the target you want here.
Flipping?
Okay, maybe a little bit of a flip here as trying to get into the pit, but Kellen keeps him out. The voracious Otacon comes in. Vikla says, you know what? Why don't I just send myself in and die for no reason? That sounds like a great idea. As now Showmaker says, how about a free kill onto him as well? Obviously, there are revives that are coming in. Diablo and Clear trying to hold on to theirs.
Yeah, but if you don't trade it for anything, like
yeah, I think they should have ran. They're gonna go for the kills anyway. We'll see if it works. The stun comes in and Diablo will get the revive, but you're just gonna lose both of them now.
Jungler's dead though. With the revive, you have to go for Nash to pay attention to here is how good of a job Kellen and Clear do of keeping Lucid out of that pit. So Kellen goes in, stands guard, and tries actually to knock Lucid out, but is killed immediately, but it doesn't matter. That's all the time he needs to buy. There's also still the threat of Clear ulting in. He was kind of covering the other exit to make sure then this is obviously subpar, but this play here, they don't know that Diablo is there. This is actually a really well set up bait because this is a 5-0 with triple item, Infinity Edge included, Diablo. So they use cooldowns on Clear. Yeah, at this point, if they do trade those kills, that's 100% worth. It's going to be the Baron as well as the Voracious Otacon and DK really fighting on the back foot now. And this felt like the break that BNK needed to really put a foot on this game. I want to see those Nexus turrets fall. I don't want to repeat it to Gen G game, Valdez. That was too much. Me and Atlas both really took a lot of
Yeah.
A lot of pain from that
Yeah,
one.
you guys were struggling after that one, understandably.
It just hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucio was so close to living there as well. I mean, he died at the very end to Cassante after Diablo went down.
Yeah, and that could have, in by itself, been enough to dissuade the Baron.
Yeah.
DK did get the Dragon, but that's, you know, not going to be to write home about. His shield is fine. Turret's not.
Yeah, the wave clear is like pretty good with Victor, but just Jace, especially with how far behind he is and he has Fimbulwinter, like, it's not really doing much. And still, it's Baron buff, so they're going to be able to take these inner turrets at least.
I guess Barrow is also going for Cleaver as well, which does make sense. Really good at stacking that quite quickly. But yeah, sure, if you're trying to play front to back into this BNK comp, if they get Ocean Soul, I think it's actually not doable, right? Because then the tanky members just get to never ever die. The one thing that BNK needs to be careful for is 100 to 0 combos. That's the only thing. As
okay, well, they're really trying to get on top of this Victor. They might just be able to. The sweep is beautiful. It catches all three. And Kellen, at first, he was like going super deep. I thought maybe he was just going to die, but he sets up an excellent play. And that might just be the game. DK
should be
trying to run out of this one, aiming. He doesn't have his flash. He's queuing the wrong way. He eventually does get the flash off, but still going to go down. And Siu, the whole game, just not really able to do much of anything, and they're going to take him with them. As enough damage will come through, the turrets will fall, and we will have a game number 3. BNK makes it interesting here up against D.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
Expected to die here. That's why you lock this champion, but will Clear live? That's the big question.
Yeah, really the question is who dies first, right? So he has taken the slice and dice. He's trying to get away, but the first blood goes over to BNK.
Level 2.
And now Clear level 2. This dive not really working out. I mean,
a wave and a half. Gonna be feeling great about that, and Shiu also scared. And this does feel like the type of game where I think DK, particularly in the mid game, are going to be looking to play around specific picks. If they can get those, I think this composition still works. And the front to back is quite solid. I do think BNK are a little bit more gated by time, but I also think that their early skirmishing and team fighting is a very scary thing to face.
So trying to fight over the grubs here. We got a sleep already on the jungler here, Raptor. Huge knock-up as Vikla just face-checking into the brush. He has no idea that Siu was there. Not sure how. I thought he ran through mid, but that's going to be huge. It's a double kill here now.
Viego!
And now, oh, we almost saw the obnoxious.
I thought for me, Diablo, yeah, was the problem with him was just that when he came in, he was like 16, and Sandbox also, or back then, Sandbox I think when he started, and then BNK more recently, it just weren't that good. And they haven't been ever since, what, like the Photon and Toland days, which is like 4 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Because we do have another fight. This is a big one for BNK. They need to win this, Valdez.
Yeah, they really need to. There's the Ash Arrow into a Xinjiao, so you're not really liking that. Kellen, he's trying to set up here. And they know who he is. Clear is zoned away. Siu is in the thick of it there. But Clearance is being taken out for free, and now they got a 5v4. They're looking for more than 3-man engage Braum ult as the Nico. Oh, it's just so disjointed here for BNK, and now the resets come in. As it is a nearly clean ace. Vikla is going to walk away, but just barely.
But even across the board, as we take a look here, it's Clear, feels safe as the Renekton, but ends up, much like Vikla did before, just getting taken down, and it feels like the hesitation for BNK
Look at this
is
Nico
crazy
ult.
here. Yeah,
oh,
it's
no.
like the timing was very unfortunate. But like, I'm not gonna lie, that looks really, but the fight was already lost.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Vikla should have ulted on top of Clear, try to save that Renekton, because if he can't sustain, like the initial burst is a problem, but maybe that's something that would be very DK to, just as I declare the game to be kind of Dunzo, to just have Barrel die like 3 times and then the game is competitive again. But for BNK here, There's, I think, one way where they're able to take it next, but that's if they can take down Lucid immediately.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, as I was saying. That's kind of your angle.
Yeah. Well, it's not Kellen's job to do it alone.
Oh, he needs help. Yeah,
they could pull him in. Okay, here we go. Well, they're going to get the root here on the Braum. A lot of damages coming out from the Kalista. Popping forward. That's another really nice ult from Beryl. The ult comes in from the Ashe. Nice knock up here from Kellen. And now you got the Galio on top. Beryl will go down. And Lucid is just trying to escape, aiming forced to flash. And BNK, they just get there quicker and make more of it. As he walked forward, emoted, as the clone would. And then he just ulted the whole team. Because they're like, oh yeah, that's the clone. It was amazing. Really nice sleep here. Arrow blocked by, actually, the clone. So nicely done by Kellen, I guess, utilizing the clone. But really, the story here, I think, is just the Zoe getting out of hand a bit at this point in time, especially when not a lot is going on. The focus really beginning to hurt.
Ooh, Harold was also taken. Showmaker, I assume, is feeling very confident that they'll get the sandals because he just went Swifties.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was running around. It did also flash.
Gotta go fast.
Ooh, could have been big if they hit Raptor there. Not going to be the case. Oh, clear. They don't know.
Not knowers at this point. The flank is fantastic. Showmaker in a bit of trouble, but he is able to flash away. And now Clear is going to be the one that goes down. A double knockup comes in onto the front line as aiming is just dead. And maybe we'll have Lucid too as he gets a kill and dies simultaneously. Bit of a 3-on-3 at this point in time. The knockups from the Scion are so huge, but the Xin Zhao also going massive, and Showmaker goes too close to the sun and gets taken down. BNK, they're going to be the ones that take this fight in a huge way. Xiu, he's very tanky. They're looking for a bit more. 3-man knockup is pretty cool.
Just let him go. It's fine.
It's just a Scion. Just take the dragon.
Huge win there for BNK. It kind of goes down. They do need to try to deny this charge from the Herald. We might have another fight on our hands here as Beryl. It's going to go in. Go get it. And the timing on the route there not perfect. Now the dragon fight. The action is here, Valdez. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it is here to stay. That sleep actually going to land there onto Kellen as Vikla. Oh, a flash in front of the punch. You got to be kidding me. But Nico comes in. Kellen trying desperately to secure the fight, but it's not going to happen as Diablo gets too close to the team, and the whole front line had already gone down. Showmaker flashing all over the place. They want to take turrets. They want a bigger gold lead here. They're going to get that mid turret and look for the Ocean Drake.
And they're just one objective away is BNK from getting that crucial feat, and they're not going to get it. At least not with this objective. Atakan is about to spawn in the top side of the map as well. And as we can see, all these fights basically come down to he needs to be taken out of the fight early on if you want to have success.
Now, I know I said nice things about Xiu earlier on, and then he went 0-4, 0-3, and then died again in this game, got dove. But his Scion is so good.
It is. It
really, his Q usage is the one that really gets me. Like, every time, the angle is perfect. Like, he always has the right slam. And that time, it was actually the aiming ult that hit Diablo. He cleansed it. And then he got knocked up by Xiu Scion, who's just in the thick of like 7 people and just had the perfect angle to knock up the Kalista instead.
That was not the slap target, and it still did a ton of damage. The arrow, gonna miss.
Wow.
Also, that was, I'm pretty sure they were just beating up on the clone.
Yeah.
As Beryl, as we all have established, does not care.
Beryl
maybe should.
Yeah, well, he is able to jump away.
Never mind.
Baiting the TPs, I guess. The Scion comes on in, the Renekton as well, but Clear, not nearly as tanky. You see, oh no, not again, the anti-synergy, as Kellen was going for the ult and Diablo pulls him back. That's the second time. That's just not forgivable. And at this point, Vikla's dead as well, and that should be the Otacon going over to DK. as there's not really much hope for B and K to get close to this one.
That's a bit of a whimper to end on, because that's going to be Otacon. That should solidify the win here for DK, but B and K, that fight, that alone is enough. But as you're saying, the fact that it happens twice, like you need to have that combo on lockdown if you're going to be playing this comp.
I'm also a little bit confused about the positioning of Diablo. You know, they saw the Scion TPing in. The rest of the team is pushed away, right? So you only have the Scion in front of you. Why is the Callista in range to get ulted by Scion? You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
Just little micro things like that. Like Diablo, don't get me wrong, mechanically, he's a fantastic player, but still kind of learning.
You can see
some of the little things. He's still got a little challenger in him that we got to hammer out, you know? Unfortunately, as Kellen, well, he's just getting poked at. I mean, they have the voracious Otacon, so they're just running it down in a good way. As here comes the Scion, they're going to take out Vikla, and that'll be a second kill on the board here for DK, and they will be looking for their second kill in terms of match score. Looking for the 2-1 here, as I'm not sure that Clear, Raptor, or Diablo can do much of anything in this one. You have the bubble coming in. You've got Clear. The Zoe is well and truly online. Xiu just tanks the turret. He's like, yeah, I heard they got buffed. And Kellen, he says, this time, don't ult me away. And, well, he didn't, but the ult still doesn't matter. Oh, the Braum! The Braum ult is so good every single time. As this time, Xiu doesn't quite get the knockup, but it doesn't seem to matter. They still have the buff, as you mentioned. And Xiu just stares them down the entire time. No wave, no matter. They'll just wait for the next one.
17 seconds left on the buff. If you could stall long enough, maybe you can kill them for real, but I think your base is falling, Valdez.
Yeah, the base is falling. They are going to get the Scion. Yeah, they are. As Showmaker desperate to die, and he will, right before the buff does run out. Here's Vikla. Very interesting angle. Seems like they are going to know he's here. And if he's alone, he just dies. But we do have Diablo running through the jungle, desperate to try to help out. We've got a ult away, but now it's just Diablo. So, guys, yeah. Very interesting. Anyway, BNK gonna lose 2 of their members, desperate to try to get something back. The game is in a really rough spot. They're trying to do something, and it's not working out. Let's just say that.
B&K, like him or don't like him, they will never give up before the Nexus has fallen. They will keep fighting. Fortunately, the item breakpoints at this point just not really going to be in a position where they can do anything.
Wow.
It's the return of Zoe. Heralded with a win, Valdez. We'll take those.
We will take those. Showmaker Zoe, one of many fantastic Zoes, and I hope we get to see a bit more here at the LCK Cup. This Nexus is going down. Diablo's like, well, I'm going to get some kills at least. He gets the one, takes his 5th death, and B&K will take their 2nd loss after DK pads the stats just a little bit. 26-minute win.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
So like he's not really sacrificing anything, but I would say that counts. Yeah.
True. Yeah. All right. Well, we're doing the grubs here. Pyosik is going bot. So, oh, the ult's going to come through from Dudu. He's looking to actually just take the 1v1 pretty early, and here comes Pyosik. Rich has his flash, but you're just getting solo killed, buddy. Dudu is back on top.
The bot lane, mid, Yuka should be able to shove as well. Bulldog has been playing very carefully, as we have seen with all those ganks. What about the Fi gank, though? There is, of course, the combo. But Yuka, I think, is positioning really safely, and Aurora is so slippery. You know, between the stealth and the multiple dashes back and the ultimate and the fact that Yuka still has flash, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. I feel like Pyosik has done okay, we're just flashing on in, and yeah, I mean, they're going to catch him in the ult. They get the flash.
That's a good trade. I think you take that.
Because now
well, no, I did, but I tried to, like, time it perfectly so that you Q and then the... but it didn't.
Yeah,
it didn't.
Went down to like 11 health, and then Ash Arrow still in.
Yup.
Oh! Got him.
But any jungler has had... Oh, Sponge.
Speaking of getting them, he stuck around for way too long trying to clear that, and down he will go. So that is a big mistake. We'll see if DRX can do much about it. There's no real escape for life, so he's just going to go in, tries to flash away. Dudu misses, but he's here, and at least is able to help out and picking up that second kill. So 2 for 1 in favor of these big numbers. Teams really playing to get a lot of plates and lane swaps and stuff. We had 2 plates fall. Only one of them was collected in this game. 125 gold to the Aurora UCal, who is in a little bit of danger. He's walking up to 2 people. Pyosik says hello, and UCal hops. Oh, that was almost a nice knockup. But UCal, it's much better than, you know, when we used to sometimes go to replays and stuff would happen. We have like kind of replay simulator.
Replays and replays. Yeah.
This is better. I like it.
Particularly with how much more action I think we've had. I know that when it comes to kills, not necessarily.
Is that ward not in the bush?
Is it not?
They didn't see the bush because the pink ward, the control ward, is out of the bush. As Rich is in a lot of trouble. That's an Ambessa ult over the top. Pyosik is taking a million bajillion damage, approximately. Rich gonna get the knockback as well. Here comes Berserker! Just not fair and not very nice to bully Rich this way. But, you know, it gets the job done, and they take down the turret.
Well, I thought he was going to live, man. I was invested. Actually, him staying alive for as long as he did is what ends up giving picking up their sandals. The game is still quite even, because even though I think DN Freaks have looked way better individually and like the plays that they're making around the map, when it comes to the gold, they're not far off. And if DRX get a third internal Drake and start setting up for this soul point, I think DN Freaks are gonna have to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an angle here for DRX to make stuff happen in this game. I feel like we haven't really seen even the power of the MF yet.
We'll have their sums available. So them and Pyosik and Sponge are going to be looking to start off these fights. High priority targets here. Obviously the AD carries. We'll see if Lazyfield can get a big hold off together with UCal. UCal has been, I think, the best performing member on this team. If he can trap multiple people and Lazyfield can layer an ult on top, that could be big, but DN Freaks can easily split up these fights with the ult. Engage!
Is gonna find Lazyfield right out in the open. He's just free. He's gonna go down. No ult will actually be able to affect anything, and that is just going to mean the dominoes fall. And they might even just split here. Send 3 people up to the Otacon and take the Infernal as well.
This is exactly the inexperience that we were talking about, unfortunately, for Lazyfield. Particularly, like, if Pyosik flashes, but he doesn't even need to flash. So you either have to flash over the wall. I think he was afraid, because he definitely saw the Vi coming, that he wouldn't make it over the wall, would just lose his flash, and that'll be the end of it. But that was a really big deal, because as we said, that is the ult that kind of makes the whole comp work. Otherwise, you just have a lot of single target damage, which doesn't do enough. And now that is soul point denied for DRX. Otacon is given away. To do though, and perfect execution on that fight.
Now,
they didn't look.
Well, no Akali in this game.
Yeah,
but, you know,
we're gonna say that. There's not even any sums used. It was just clean.
Yeah. And, you know, it's kind of one of these weird situations. I feel like we do sometimes get games like this in current patch where a team wins one team fight, gets the Otacon, and it's just kind of over. You know what I mean? Like, it's not technically over. But DNF are quite a strong team. And as long
the collapse.
You know,
they have the buff.
They're just going to dive on deep. They got the buff. They're looking for something. That's a good ult from Lazyfield. Mostly it's the Ambessa, who is going to go into the revive. And they don't actually get anyone on the side of DRX. Nice little combo. And also, Pyosik is going in, and Berserker has 5 kills already. He wants even more. Going to take a big turret shot, though. So, going to back off for now. But they get a kill, and they get the jungler.
Pyosik is not meant to have this power. Atlas, there needs to be something. Again?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, I am Atlas, so it makes sense.
No,
oh, no, they're just getting more. And they're going to revive. It's fine. They got a couple more. I'm not sure why DRX
I'm just
sticking around.
I'm
but
just throwing
yeah,
up.
they're just there.
I do think they're one of the reasons why the game feels so snowbally at the moment, but it's more behind the scenes than it is in your face.
We were doing like counters and stuff. I haven't seen one of those counters in a while just because I don't think people really care, to be honest. That is a big wall, and everybody's trying to flash away. The wall does go down. And they're just not going to go for the fight just yet.
DN Freaks look so disciplined as well. I'm just a bit surprised, Veldas. Berserker 7-0, and these keep hidden. Sponge, you have an E. I must have used it.
Well, he used it a couple of times and he died anyway, so he's like, I guess it's not very tanky, actually. And now he's just kind of walking through. I don't know what's going on with him, man. He's taking so much free damage, and Rage
just dying!
and Ondil are just dying. Sponge has to flash the Embezzle. Guys, I said it before. This is one of those games. DNF, they won the one fight. They're just the better team. They got the Otacon, and this one is just kind of donezo.
This reminds me of peak Herald meta, when it's like every game, 40-minute Herald fight. That's it. If we win the fight, we win the game.
Don't die to it.
He won't.
Don't die to this.
No, he's Pantheon, he won't. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a repeat.
I'm getting flashbacks, yeah.
This Q, that was because, you know, he can't miss them. Oh, I'm just getting all sorts of thrown up. This game is done. I keep calling you Atlas for some reason.
Well, I am Atlas.
Even though you're the sleepy one because you have a kid.
I do, yes. I think I slept around 4 hours last night in bits and pieces.
And you still look this good?
Well, that's all due to our fantastic makeup team.
I'll give yourself some credit, Valdez.
They're just amazing. They are actually.
They are actually amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Bounties are up.
The amount of people they do in the short amount of time they do it, as well as they do, it's kind of insane.
It's insane. Yeah, particularly our head makeup person. The speed with which she does, it's wild.
It's like, it's not in any percent either. It's like 100%, you know.
No, it's,
glitchless. We're like, you know, full clearing.
No major skips, nothing.
Yeah, every achievement.
You can't even cutscene skip. All right, I don't know how she does it. It's wild.
It's quite nice.
This game is, we're just using it as to think about the next thing.
It's just background noise at this point. I mean, you know.
It kind of is, isn't it?
You get to hear some of the projectiles being shot out and stuff.
Who's your standout for this game? You know, we didn't get a vote, but like we're doing POM scouting in this one. Who's your front runner?
Sponge.
Okay, can't do that.
What do you mean? They might win.
Last
you
series. It's Celeste. No, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Cosmic, Celestial. I get it.
Yeah, it's close enough. They both start with C. Just like
they're talking about,
just like Chronicler. Yeah.
Yes, very true. Pioshik is. He doesn't know.
They see him. So
he has GA though.
He's just dead, I guess.
No, he has GA.
Bulldog, where are you going, man? He's just going all in, and he's got Berserker and the rest of the team with him. The mobility is kind of insane, but I don't know. This is a very broken up fight. Looks like it might not matter as the wallets are very heavy. Berserker takes a bunch of damage, but guess who's the real carry now? It is, of course, Ambessa, to the surprise of nobody, as eventually you just fire off enough Ws and you get the kills. 10 now for Berserker, and that should do it. If they could end on this push, that would be lovely.
Most likely going to be the case. Yeah, I'm ready for game 2, Velas. I imagine the audience feels the same way with the way that we've been yapping. Oh, they're gonna push all the inhibs. You gotta really. I know those death timers might look long, but really, when you think about it, they're not. We can't even get mid lane in him. Okay, further padding his stat line. I feel bad about it. Okay,
that was very nicely lined up, actually, right down the middle. Lazy Peel. Yeah, he's got some feels after this one, that's for sure. And yeah, they're just gonna continue bullying. Everybody gonna get smacked by a giant safe of money. And now I think they can take down the mid inhibitor and hopefully the game.
Yeah, call them Dagobert Duck, Valdez.
Yes,
way that they're just taking everyone down. Hellfire's full.
That was very nice. Max range W got him right on the edge. And Ondil cannot escape the suffering either. As the DM Freaks come out, guns blazing, 21-2 in kill score there. And
welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
It's not going to make super exciting. excited, but from him. And now we have DRX answer UCal into Berserker and Life. He's gonna catch this wave. Yeah, you got to go on and just dip. It's fine. Don't have to keep fighting unless they can isolate a target. Dudu does have flash, but Bulldog.
They want the Corki, the flash stun. It should be enough, and it is. The Q3 gets the job done, but the double root comes in. Bit of trouble are the rest of the members of DRX, but it's 5v4, and it's actually DNF that has to flash away the Yone Ulta. It comes in and lines up two, and it's actually DNF that comes out ahead. I was so excited for them, and it just led to nothing.
Is gonna happen in Seoul soon.
Here.
Soon, kind of.
Soon, relatively kind of soon.
Yeah.
Not like next week soon, but like maybe, you know.
Like a month and a half?
Couple months down the line. It'll happen. It'll be fun. We are looking to fight over some grubs.
We're poking. TPs are coming in.
All three with DRX.
Neither team has great engage, so we're going to be a lot of this.
I mean, the poking from the side of the Ashe and the Seraphine is very obnoxious.
They have healing as well.
Yeah.
And Corki?
DRX also has healing. As we do have the arrow go into Ondil, he's pretty much out of the fight, has to go for the ult, but that just baits Bulldog into a rough spot, but he's so tanky somehow, they don't have damage to kill a Corki. He lives, but actually it's Dudu who pays for it, trying to go 1v3. Bulldog, no! Takes a massive spear, and everybody's super low on the side, and another spear is gonna hit Bulldog. He just can't dodge anything. And Berserker now, he's got a front line, he's trying to push forward. And it's 1-for-1 on the grubs. Sponge, at least we know he can land some spears.
Oh, this fight is the opposite of clean, Valdez.
Oh, very nice.
It's grimy!
Twisted advance underneath the Yone Q. Beautiful stuff. Oh, the little treant. Oh, well, okay.
Oh my God. If they had another AP source, I'd be like, Sponge, just go heal Nidalee, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, get Moonstone, get Redemption, just provide that value. As Lazyfield does not have mana.
But that's Maokai
no damage
with a locket.
It's fucking Maokai.
It's okay, he was just delaying his back. Calculated.
He did do that. Now they're pinging, and he doesn't have... It's good.
I feel like he was going to get the Drake anyway, but yes.
Yes, I think
it is good.
Based on the back timers, yeah, no, they were going to get it anyway. You're right.
Feats of Strength do go over to DRX. They got the first blood, they got the first turret.
This is the first dragon 18 minutes in.
Yeah,
that could happen as well.
They're behind, but it doesn't matter because they have double lives, and they dive, they kill the jungler, and they force Baron at 25 minutes.
I like that. Could see it happen, Valdez. Could very well be the world that we live in.
It could definitely happen. I mean, you know, you catch Maokai at a position or a Nidalee, and you're just like, well, we're going to 3 games, so in this case, it's a Maokai. You catch Pioshi got a position. After all 5 of you dive the turret.
So obviously, on one end, we have do not fight. But the X is really throwing me. Because if it was like a C, you could do doesn't really care about fighting.
Definitely restricted xylophone.
I'm going to hit me with the xylophone, man.
Because this is the only word that starts with X. You didn't, I guess maybe your kids' books were a little bit different, but you like have the alphabet book, right? And X is always xylophone because it's like...
There's not a lot of... Yeah, that's
just not a lot of words that start with X.
And Dutch is the same, actually. Well, you pronounce it differently, but it's the same.
Yeah. How do you pronounce xylophone in Dutch?
Xylophone.
Xylophone. Okay, that one's good. Dudu actually...
Flash was forced.
Yeah.
That's big.
Turret down. Some gold into the pockets of DRX as they slowly but surely pick apart the map. With their oh yeah, okay, you could, yeah.
Right, like we need to do something here. We're going in.
We're going in. Oh, he just moved out of the way and let the arrow hit Lazyfield.
Ondil, you're Brom. Just eat it.
He's like, no, I'd rather just burn your cleanse instead.
That's fine. They don't need that cleanse.
Can Pixel? Oh, it's Infernal.
Wait, that's a relevant dragon.
It is.
Wait.
Or maybe they're just still gonna do it.
No, they're gonna spot them on the wards and the traps, and they're gonna peace out. There we go.
Shoom, says Ash as he throws it. Wow.
That's a big spear.
Ow.
Wait, he walked back into it.
You walked the wrong way.
That's fine. We have redemption. We have W on life.
Yeah,
He'll be okay.
He was definitely walking that way to get into redemption.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was like probably
was?
on comms. They were like redemption. He like tried to get close to the Seraphine. You know.
All right, Yukel this time does hit the Raptors.
Why do Pyosik tank that? He's just tanking it for no reason. The spears have been great.
Well, but like, you have a Seraphine.
Yeah. The sponge Nidalee test
All right, yeah,
has
just
been going
DRX,
well.
just force it. Just force it. They don't fight. He's going in.
Engage Maokai. Oh, the encore is beautiful too when the roots come through, but where's the damage? They're not there, and down goes Pyosik. He is nowhere to be found. And more roots though out till no! He is going to get rooted up and equalize.
Are you no.
And now it's 4v4.
There's no way. They're just going to have to give it up. Wait, the TP? Risk and TP behind them? No, they're going to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's no jungler here for DNF, so...
Oh, Ondale is a lot of their safety, though. Oh, yeah, they're going to try and play for the fight. They have to, I think.
A lot of damage coming through.
Lazy?
Oh, he went in as some roots coming in, and that's Cassante. Rich trying to do his best. He will get on top of Bulldog, and that should be enough to take down the Otacon. DRX will pick it up, so they've got the buff. And maybe it just do the Baron as well.
Diving is no longer restricted, Valdez. They went in there. And now DRX get themselves the Otacon, get themselves Baron, and this is why we haven't seen Elder Soul in so long.
Elder Soul.
With the right time, and then I think this is great from Rich. Just start the fight. You're a member up. They don't have their Maokai. They don't have the CC that they need. And now DRX, they're doing what we wanted, Valdez. They are bringing us to a game number 6. It's happening.
It was always meant to be, as it was foretold.
Sponge, he's earning the Nidalee card. Let me tell you.
I love it because they have the buff, so just trying desperately to force some kind of fight, and DNF.
Take that cone! Take the cone! He's not taking the cone, Valdez.
He might.
Yeah!
He has his Arcane Shift back up, so you can. And all you needed was Otacon, and I guess Baron too, that helps. And it looks like they might just look to end the game. 47 seconds on this Otacon buff. Little engage onto Cassante as Pyosik remembers that champion can tank literally anything. Engage now on a Pyosik. Yeah, he's super caught out. Just nothing he can do here. That Maokai not tanky enough. And DRX looking good in a slow and a bit sleepy of a game number 2.
20 seconds still on the buff. But even if they don't end the game here, the gold lead now completely insurmountable. I don't think there's a way for DNF to really do anything. They can probably get some of these revives. The Nexus turrets might respawn.
Yeah, we might get to see that.
Maybe.
No, we won't.
Not happening.
The Sponge kind of ran out of mana. Are they even going to get the Nexus? I don't know. Okay, they...
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
There's the Gragas, who can easily end the world. And if he is expecting another dive, it could be an Engels. Bulldog has no flash. Yugal, I think, might have given it away with that movement there. Maybe not. He does have flash again if he's confident about his chains. Ondo can flash as well.
Yeah, I mean, Bulldog, I think he's just dead here. Yeah, there's just no flash here. Orianna, you're way too far up the lane. He was playing on the right side of the lane, which gave him...
aware.
Oh, no, don't face check the river.
A good response there from Life as well, throwing out the clone. Yeah.
And
we're going to fight.
We got to fight over
that
this.
That is a Silas with Nico ult, though. I wouldn't be feeling too confident. They do have the
of a
earlier
problem.
move.
See how it goes. I mean, it's Pyosik at level 5. A lot of damage, though, going into Yucal. He's getting CC'd, but the guy who goes down first is Pyosik. Yucal finally taken out by the Kalista. And now they're being run down. The flash body slam is beautiful. It's 3. Triple kill for Berserker as they were trying to jump.
Yeah, no,
There's
sure.
so much CC in this comp. It's insane. Every champ has lockdown. Every champ can catch you out. And when you're playing Orianna into that, Doesn't feel very good, especially in the laning phase. Like, as you mentioned later
There
on.
are just so many skill shots that can ruin your day, right? There's we do have a TP coming in, but I think Dudu is just no, we got Ondale, but he's alone.
He's taken like the perfect path to just get away from everybody.
They might dive him if he stays.
Yeah, probably should have run away. But it's just the two of them now. Do they have the damage to get through Dudu? The answer is yes. But Ondale, no! The extra turret shot for no reason.
I'm pretty sure UCal just dies.
That's the lesson. Just don't miss.
Just hit your skill
Just
shots.
hit every shot you take.
It's Rich.
And
oh, Pioshik.
Yeah, we're going deep for this one, and Berserker's here too. So is Life, though, and that's a big knock-up on a 3. Big turnarounds here now for DNF as in goes UCal. A lot of damage will go into Berserker, and immediately a huge shutdown goes into Sejuani. And yes, UCal will fall, but the fight is going the way of DRX. They still have their AD carry. Big cast to push him away, and even Rich is hopping on in there, doing a ton of damage. They desperately want to take him out. Life is not going to do it. And he will be taken down at the end of it all. DRX, with that shutdown, will take the lead in gold.
This is a game free, Valdez. Both teams are fighting. Summoners. That's. I think you're gonna be feeling great about that trade if you're DRX. As the gold lead has swung, yes, but they also still have pretty good summoners available. As we are on to our next fight, Valdez.
I mean, we're just fighting over an ocean break.
Rich go though.
Rich doesn't have TP.
Yeah, so it's fake. Sponge.
It's fake.
Don't risk it. Don't do it. It's just a second dragon. It's fine. Mountain. Oh,
Mountain Soul.
Boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a big one for this. The extra shielding. Anyway, let's talk about this one first because yeah,
this was fine. You know, they go in on Ondo. I think you very quickly realize like either we hard commit to the fight and flip it, as we will see UCal might be in some trouble here, but then here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe look for like an old angle as we are
Cut the tape.
people teleporting.
Oh no. Yeah, that's dead Jax. Rich is just gonna TP in and die. I really don't know what's happening. This is just a collapse from DRX.
DRX? So, what? Even if the call is you look for an, like you fish for an engage with ult, maybe you thought they couldn't turn in that quickly.
We gotta get back to the replay. Well, at least this ult is going to land, and you got a Varus right there. The damage, ooh, the flash away, going to force Lazy Feel in with his own flash, and Sponge just tank it up. So he makes up for it a little bit. They get that kill onto Orianna.
I don't know if that's worth it. Getting the Bulldog's flash is big. I know they'll get mid lane turret, but I think this Drake fight is way more important. So if Lazy Feel ends up not being able to step up, because
timing is...
like, I think just like 80 carry flash is so big. Now DRX do have the type of comp where you can kind of play around it because I don't think we've seen in a while. Battle Silence.
Yeah, I don't.
Sense. I don't feel Rift Makers, even on things like Gwen, it feels like the new Rift Maker just doesn't have the same.
Yeah.
The same oomph that it used to. The increased damage is nice, but compared to the, the true damage, as this is pinked, but that ward is not spotted.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
Well, they should know. They see them coming. Wait, I think they can.
They're moving so slow.
Wait, no, they got this.
Yeah.
Ondale, just give your life.
They're moving so slow. They're just gonna give it up. What? They're just gonna give the. Just give it away.
I know they can get the dragon.
You just give it away, Otacon.
It's fine. They're just trying to play around the buff. They both get out.
Yeah.
They get the dragon.
Yeah.
Clean game.
I'm very confused as to which team is trying harder. The G group.
The Genji DK group. I feel like those two teams have been doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yes. But for DNF,
it's a big moment because the deeper you get, the harder it's going to get wins as well.
Well, DNF gave the Otacon away, and they said, well, we can't get there, so, not much we can do. And so DRX, we'll see how they can use it here. They're going to take down the turret. They're looking for more. The Orianna combo is Omega, and they're going to take down the 3 revives.
Rich does have TP.
How Life isn't in this game, actually.
No, I know. Yeah. Sponge also has the opportunity to just get towards this pit, but there's a lot of zoning.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Now.
It's going to be hard to get in here, but they're just going to go for the tank Gragas. Do they have the damage is the question. Also, where's the Baron going? As, oh, the Nico on the 5! You've got to be kidding me! But the damage is not there in the Orianna combo follow-up from the side of DNF. There's a flip, and it goes the way of Sponge! Just like that, this is a disaster for DNF. Just so many low health bars. You see Berserker trying to hop around and save it, but it's not going to happen. DRX swoop in and take everything.
The match. But we saw there a glimpse of, if it does happen, it looks like that. A multi-man combo, because even that fight was still quite close. Now, though, the more Mountain Drakes are going to go over, the harder that's going to get.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really rough.
Did we all go DNF on prediction?
I'm pretty sure we did, yeah.
Oh, and you CPO
you were a 6 out of 10er though, right? I was a 5. I was a 5 out of 10er. 50% of the time.
It works every time.
It works every time. You guys were actually 60%ers. But yeah, it was a rough week for us last week. At least some of the Korean commentators got 7 out of 10. But I think it was like only 1 or maybe 2. And now with Baron, DRX maybe looking to take this game in the series. It's not over yet by any means, but I really like the split here, the 1-3-1. You see a fight. They're desperately trying to start it. They get Lazy Peel, but the shields are coming in. In goes Pilshik, goes in behind him, and the combo is quite huge. They will be able to take down at least the 2. Sponge trying to get out of here. He's very tanky. They're not going to be able to chase him.
Flash gone on the Jax. Yuka's death cap.
Oh, boy.
And
strong
with the,
Silas.
Yeah, with the TP. I love this from DNF. Just force them in an awkward position. Just do this objective. What can they find? Can they get on top of Lazy Phil, Yuka, or Rich? Remember, Rich does not have his flash.
Angle here on a doo-doo, but Sponge is kind of going for a walk on the left side. He's so tanky, though. Yuka again is going to find the front line. Massive Orianna ultimate, but there's no follow-up. He catches a lot, but the DPS isn't there. DRX are too far ahead, and Yuka has put on a show once again for the side of DRX. Zondil doesn't miss those. He's got his AD carry, and this game is over. DRX just that far ahead. And you can see Rich down in the bottom side, the DRX fans celebrating as they know a massive win for them is coming their way.
The DRX are going to further solidify the supremacy of Group Elder as well, as the DN Freaks unable to get a win here. Yukel with some absolutely insane Nico ults in this